Hello, everyone, and welcome to No Pretense Live. This is our very first show, so thank you so much for joining us here today.
Hello.
Who is why is there hold on?
Yeah.
Um, yes, so we're having our first episode, so forgive us for any technical difficulties that we may be experiencing. We're all new to this, everybody is here to enjoy. Hi, everybody in the comments. I appreciate you guys for being here. My name is the Versace. Okay. Why am I here? I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here to share my hot takes, and I'm here to, be a voice for the young millennial women who don't care what other people think. Truthfully.
Hello. Here is the popular Mama Cheeto, and I'm just here to drive my girls crazy and set them straight. I might be old, but I'm not out. Millennials, come on. And Gen Zs, get it together. Come on, let's go. No pretense.
Okay, I'm Jevin Gold, and I'm here to get a better view of the world and also understand the questions and, whatever you guys need to get a better understanding, I'm here with you all.
Okay, great. So let's dive right into it. The topic of the week. Sorry, the topic of the day. I said the week. My bad. I'm over here nervous. Ooh, child, I didn't nowhere before. Okay, so the topic of the day, we're talking about online in-laws. So basically, this is about social media and the dating age, right? Nobody here is new to this. We all see everybody on Instagram, everybody talking about their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their whoever, their people, loving out loud. Today, we're going to discuss all the ins and outs of that. So, first, I want to ask us just a few questions just to get us on topic. How do we feel about the visibility of relationships in the social media age? So we're talking about Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of that. Mama?
Well, I think I really don't know how to explain that, but when you put yourself out there, you make your, let me say, your private life public. You are inviting people's opinions. So the question becomes, when do you now retract and stop and ask people to stop meddling? Because once we're invited, if you buy a car and show me, hey, I have a new car, I'm happy for you. If you get married and go, hey, look, mama just got married, I'm excited for you. Mm-hmm. So when you start having problems,
I want to be excited for them.
I want to be excited for you too. So that's not the time to cut me off. I'm already vested. I am your in-law. Here I am. Come on, let's go.
Right.
Go ahead, Jevin Gold. What do you think?
For me, I don't think you should put everything online.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should just put what you want people to see, especially like celebrations like birthdays, weddings, like just little stuff. You don't need to put all your day-to-day like, oh, this is what my husband is doing, or this is what my girlfriend is doing. Like, you don't need to put all your business out there.
Okay, I agree with that. I think you should put online what you're comfortable sharing,
Exactly.
Right? However, then, but like Mama said, right? Now we get into the thing of, but once you put it online, I'm invested. I need to know the daily happenings, right? So if you tell me like, oh, we're boyfriend girlfriend now, when you guys break up, I want to bulletin. I really know. Please don't come and be like, oh, just small differences. Because at the end of the day, I want to come back and be like, so what happened, y'all? Like, what went wrong, right? It's kind of like when somebody passes away and they're like, oh, please pray for the family. What am I praying for? I need to know what has happened. Like, I'm too nosy to just be sitting here and being like, my condolences. It's kind of like you put those little spooky eyes and you're like, so what's going on, guys? Like, give me the tea. But now,
no, go ahead and finish, because the key thing is, I'm just echoing what you just said. Once invited, it's very difficult to uninvite me.
Right. Okay, now I'm present. Okay,
I love having your business.
So be very careful what you put out there. Like Jevin Gold said, be very wary of what you want people to know. And we have some good examples of people, things we're already vested in, and we can now retract. You can't take it back.
Exactly.
So don't tell me, oh, stop. We need our family privacy. This is the time that we have to. No.
Me, I'm family
I'm
too.
too vested. Yes. I want to know. You invited me, so you have to uninvite me.
Right. Oh, and you know what? That's an interesting thing. But like you said, for example, right? Celebrities. Celebrities are people that we do not know. They're not even our friends in real life.
Sure.
But because they've invited us to their lives to a certain extent, now we feel like, okay, your life is my life and my life is not your life. But me, I have like the space to now talk about what's going on with you. For example, this Davido and Chama situation, right? We don't know these people from Adam. If I saw Davido on the street tomorrow, he wouldn't even know my name, know my face. But because your relationship is so public, and not through even you guys, right? You guys have not even brought your business to us. People who are in your relationship, who are not supposed to be in your relationship, have brought your business to us, right?
Correct.
Which is now we've come into the side chick era of it all, right? Because side chicks are no longer happy being side chicks. It's like, I must be middle chick. It's no longer on the side. I must be in the middle of you two and come and ruin your happiness. But now me, a regular person, knows about this and is now weighing in my opinion on this. How do we, or can we even stop ourselves from doing that?
We can't.
We can't.
That is nature.
That is
Well, but let me be honest though. Even though we are online in-laws, because they give us the crown, they give us the title. So now we have accepted we're online in-laws. However, there are some times that when they go, hey, push back. You said something about Davido and Chioma.
Mhm.
I will use that as an example because they're popular and they have issues. Davido is a well-versed, a good musician. People know him, and Chioma is a fine girl. They're married. However, the in-laws have to understand when you think that Davido did something wrong or bad to Chioma, and you see that Chioma is not reacting, you as the in-law, don't cry more than the baby that you did. So you have to now understand, look, I'm fighting for Chioma, and Chioma is not even reacting. Why am I the one over fighting Chioma's fight?
look.
Let me ask you, you young children, you young ones, why do you have to stay online and go, now if I were Chioma, I'll do this? Why do you have to fight more than the person that is pained?
And
You know how you have a friend that doesn't know how to fight, but you have another friend that will fight for you, like from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Like, let me do the due diligence for you. I
Yeah.
would, that's the kind of things like us in-laws are doing.
And I agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like it's such almost like a double standard, because if I was Shama, would I even be moving and shaking as much as the friend who is moving and shaking for her, right? Like, when you are in that situation, you don't even react this way. So how can you now tell her, like, girl, you need to leave him and you need to scram? But it's like, would you leave? Would you scram? I'm sitting right there. I'm staying inside of my 4 homes, okay, and working it out with my man in the privacy of those 4 homes. Okay, like I'm not. It is very tough, because I feel like when we come online and we tell people, oh, what I would have done, but it's like, no, you wouldn't.
You would not, because it's not your own situation.
It's not.
And the thing is, like we said, don't lie, no pretend you don't have to say what you cannot do. Some people come out and go, oh, if I were in her shoes, if I am this. No, you won't. Tell the truth. I believe that most of you, if you were in her shoes, no matter what he dishes out, you go, oh, I don't care. Like most people go, I'd rather cry in a Ferrari than be whatever point. So come on, be real. So you have to, before you advise someone, first of all, you ask yourself the question, am I even invited to advise? Or am I just invited to watch? So online in-laws, you have to make up your mind and know, when is it right for me to advise? When is it right for me to be fighting a battle that is not even mine? And when is it right for me to just sit back and observe?
Okay. And it's
tough.
It's
Nobody
tough.
thinks through whatever you said, Mom.
It's so quick to just put your fingers to the keyboard and start typing. That is the quickest thing to do. You want to react, and you want to react emotionally, especially because when it comes now to something being online in public, it now becomes an embarrassment factor as well, right? You care more about being embarrassed than actually dealing with whatever you're dealing with. You feel like you're fielding the public's idea more than you are actually dealing with your internal situation.
Yeah, I can understand, but you know how sometimes it's follow your leader thing,
Mm-hmm.
monkey see, monkey do. I believe that most of us would probably just sit back and go, oh no, it's okay. Let her do whatever she feels like doing. But some of us are keyboard warriors.
But because that's why we take it so personally. It's like, because you take it so personally, you have a room of like, oh, this type of thing has happened to me or my friends, so I'll react in this way.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to be like, oh, let me mind my business.
Because now it's all our business again. We're our family again. So now it's all of our business. Like, because now I'm fighting for my sister, not just myself.
And some of us react based on the fact that, oh, I wish it happened to me. This is what I project to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it will never happen to them because they will never be Chioma.
No.
So sometimes, like I said, sit back and reevaluate and go, no, it's not my fight.
Mm-hmm.
I can only advise from afar. I mean, online in-law, that's what you are. You're not a real in-law, so stop taking these things personal.
And you know what? Also, let me say this. I feel like if you know that man has a wife, girlfriend, whatever at home that he is publicly claiming, and that lady is not you, why do you feel the need to even come online and tell us the business that we were never involved in?
Sweet chaos.
But why do you crave chaos so much? That is such a wild way to live. It's like you entered this agreement knowing that you were not number one. You were not going to be number one. Even whatever sweet nothings that man was saying, they were never sweet enough because, again, somebody is living in the home and somebody is living in the hotel. Okay? How can you now be like, I'm going to come and expose you to now embarrass her? It's like, what do you gain from that actually?
Because people are just each other's enemies. Have you heard the thing that women don't like women?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
And every day I want to deny it, but then they come online and say,
Look, it's only a hater. Because to be honest with you, they're just jealous of what somebody else have. So in order to destroy, that is the only way they're destroyed. They're just angry humans. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, because if you have respect for yourself, you have self-respect. The first thing you ask yourself, go, oh my God, what am I doing? This person belongs to somebody else. I'm a thief. I am taken from someone. It doesn't belong to me. He or she doesn't belong to me. I am stealing. So you know when to go, look, let me cut my losses and go. But when you're shameless, what do you have to lose? You don't
Mom, some
care.
people don't have shame.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
people said, yeah, lack of self-respect. I mean, you don't have self-respect. You don't care.
yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm going down. I'm worth nothing. So I'll take you with me.
Misery loves company.
Of course.
Look,
Hey.
Like misery, the company that's where they said, hey, me, I'm low. So let everybody be low with me. That's true.
Yes.
Okay, so then now this also comes back to another question. Do you think it's necessary to post your significant other online? So if you are in a relationship, if you are in a committed long-term relationship, do you think it is necessary to post that person and not necessarily like, you don't have to tell me your day-to-day, right? But just to even know, hey, this person is no longer on the market. Because I think that visibility also allows people to say, oh, let me approach or not approach her, whatever the case may be.
I think before you start posting somebody, I think it's a discussion between two parties in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because it might be like, I like to post online,
Mm-hmm.
and the nigga doesn't like to post online. Like, what are you going to do about it? You have to like keep it separate. But if both of you love the social media and like to post online, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember what I said? I'm coming from old school. And if I'm claiming you at home,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm claiming you in secret, I want to claim you in light.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a significant other that says, no, don't post me on light, they have something to hide.
I agree. I'm sorry. I'm not there.
Honestly, people, I understand people say mutual agreement, but listen, if I claim you, if I go, hey, you're my one-on-one, and what's the mutual agreement thing? You're mine, I'm yours, I'm yours. So if I post you, I'm proud of you. I'll give example. Look at Obi Kubana and Abi Lush.
Mhm.
Look at Dr. Zoe and the White. They're always flaunting their relationship.
Mhm.
And I think it's probably give people the more thing to go, you know what, these two, don't go there.
Mhm.
But when you start hiding your spouse or your significant other, Mama is still old fashioned. There's something wrong with that. I mean, come on. I'm proud of you in darkness. I'm proud of you in light. What's the mutual agreement there for? What are we mutually agreeing on? We already mutually agreed that we are going to be one. Come on.
That's true, because the mutual agreement happened before we even got to this online situation. Because why would I even claim you as my exclusive person if I cannot tell the people outside that you're my exclusive person, you know?
So both in marriage and both in like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay, that's tough, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a lover girl, right? So
I saw that.
she said,
I saw that. And
Yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah.
deal with that. I need to break it down and
Yes.
really, yeah.
I am like, if I really am with somebody and I'm happy with them, and mind you, it has been some time before whatever I post online, please know it has been months before I've even brought it to the online space, right? Especially when it comes to relationships, because I am more particular about that. So if I am posting somebody, it's because like, okay, I'm happy to be here. I'm proud of this, right? However, I have in the past been with men who are just like, their online presence is not as much as mine, right? So when it comes to posting online, they're not really doing either the same or equivalent of what I'm doing. I don't necessarily mind that because I have seen their previous patterns online to know this is not who you are, right? I'm not going to expect you to be somebody that you're not for the sake of this relationship. I'm an online girl. I might not live online, but I have a lot of stuff that you can piece together from my online life, with my significant other being one of those things, right? Because it's a relationship, it's something that makes me happy, I'm going to share it. However, I've never been married, right? So and at this point, who knows when my time will come, because things are not going well. So I can't tell you what I would. I don't even know if actually no. I would post my wedding because I know I'm going to be looking like one bad tin. So I will post that thing just because she's going to be, on her A game that day. But is it really to show off my husband? Not really. I'm not. It's not really about him. It's really about me.
Oh my God.
That is. Look, it's my own Instagram.
Okay. The thing is, it's not showing off. It's just saying, hey, this is my person. Now, when it comes to boyfriend, girlfriend, I think it gets to a point where you go, look, once you're exclusive, if you're just dating, you probably keep it on the down low. Go, okay, look, both of us are trying to figure out what we're doing because you two are confused. You don't even know whom you're claiming. But when it gets to the point where you go, hey, we're exclusive, you don't have to show them off. You can once in a while, oh, look, we went to this party. You show, this is my person.
I like a nice little shoe picture, just this man's shoe in my picture.
But I have also seen things online where people go, oh, I don't want to show my man or I don't want to show my woman because the other people will snatch this person from me. Look, no. Listen, you cannot be snatched unless you are a snatchee. If you I cannot snatch you unless you are available to be snatched.
That's true.
So let's start all this thing. Oh, they're going to snatch this person from me. You can even a baby. If you snatch a baby, the baby will cry, that bawls their eyes out.
That's true.
So you cannot snatch anything.
That's true.
If that person wants to be snatched, let them be snatched and go.
Yeah.
So once in a while, once you have that exclusive relationship, you might go, look, hey, let me show you off to the world. But it doesn't mean that if you drink water, you put it there. You do this. No.
Yeah.
But at least you're showing this person up going, look, this is my person. And I'm so proud of the person. That's all it means. It's not that, I just want to show off to the world that I have this person. No, it's a thing of pride. This is mine. I'm proud of this person. So if you have an exclusive relationship, it's okay if you're dating. But if it's marriage, hey, please show away.
And I agree with that. I'm a firm believer in you cannot steal a man because a man is not a possession. He's not a thing. He's not something that doesn't have a voice. You can't steal somebody's man. You can entertain somebody's man and then that person can come back and entertain you. But as far as people being like, she stole my man, is he a belonging? Like, is he brainless? Like, I don't believe in the concept of people being like, oh, this girl stole my man. But it's like that. There's no such thing in my mind as a home wrecker, because that means somebody has to come and let them in the house. Somebody had to open the door for them to come and even destroy this house, right? Who has the keys to this home? Like, let's be very clear about that. No one can come and enter your place if you have set a boundary. That's not what we're doing here. But if that's what you're allowing, if you're allowing people to come and enter your home, then yes, somebody will come and start smashing the things up. Of course, like that is logical. That's the most logical thing to me.
So that takes us back to the topic,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah.
How much do you allow?
Yes.
How well do you invite the in-laws, online in-laws, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
sometimes online in-laws are also online cousin faith, right? Who will come and be in your space, but then you're giving them home, you're giving them shelter, but then they'll be like trying to be in your significant other's DMs, your man's DMs, your woman's DMs. You're like, oh, you have professed your love for this person online, and that person now says, that looks like a nice, tasty treat. Give me that. Like, and now you're here. Like,
Because everybody claims they can do better than you.
everybody claims they can, but you don't even know what it took for me to get here.
Nobody needs to know.
Nobody knows. That's that's the truth. That's really the truth. So, you know what? This brings me to my next thing, right? So I'm a very big fan of the Reddit threads and reading the Am I the Asshole segments, right? So I'm going to read. Is everybody ready for that? To read a little bit and then figure out, we're all going to respond back, okay? So, for context, we've been together almost 2 years. We live together, eat, sleep, shower together, all that. In the beginning of our relationship, there were a lot of issues with him being too friendly or flirtatious on social media with other women. He's gotten a lot better with it now, but back then it was really big issue for me. I don't know if it's pride or what, but I wanted to be on his page because I felt like he was hiding our relationship. And for me, these are other girls he was entertaining. So he put me on his story highlights for a while. Just a pic of me, no hearts or words or anything. At the time, he had a whole montage of highlights on my page and his own separate post on my page, completely dedicated to him and how grateful I was to have him in my life. I archived the post when I found out he had actually cheated on me and asked him to take me off his page because I felt it made me look stupid if I'm on his page, but there's a plethora of other women in his DMs. We were going to break up, but I ended up taking him back. Don't ask. We decided after that whole fiasco, maybe it would be best to leave social media separate since so much of our real lives are intertwined anyways. We even both went on social media hiatus for a few months to put more time and focus with each other, and that worked until it didn't. Fast forward to today, we're both on social media but not following each other. He decided to follow me today, and the first thing he said about him was not being anywhere on my page, not on my posts or in the highlights. Then he made a big deal about how I probably won't post him until he posts me, and he's right. I feel like I already did my part to make our relationship known to anyone that knows me, but he hasn't. Now I feel like the shoe's on the other foot, so I told him all the things he used to tell me back then. Everyone that really knows me and knows about you, why do you need to show strangers on the internet? It's just social media. How does it make you feel to not be on my page and why? He doesn't see the irony though, and now he's pissed at me. But I feel like it's on him to post me now if he wants to open that door again. And if we do it, it should be mutual so neither one of us feels hidden. I archived the one I dedicated to him on our page 1 year anniversary. So if this ever did post me, I could put that one back up. He says I'm on some petty tit for tat stuff, but am I the asshole for wanting more mutual respect?
Go ahead and summarize what you just read.
Yeah, it was long.
So go ahead and summarize it so they can follow.
They were in a relationship, right? And she was doing the heavy lifting of posting him. She had a post on her page about him. She was in the highlights, the stories, all that. He was very visible in her space, right? To anybody that followed her. He was doing the bare minimum to reciprocate that. He had one highlight in her picture in it, okay? But no hearts, no mention to say, this is my babe, this is my boo, this is my girl. Just one highlight, probably maybe with just her name, right? Now they've taken a break. Mind you, he cheated. So this is what's going on, right? He's cheated. They've gotten back together and he feels like, okay, now I'm nowhere on your page again. Almost like she's taken a step back from the situation that she had initially started. Now he's wondering what's wrong with her. Why is she not acting the same? And she says, well, this is essentially, I'm meeting you where you met me the first time. How do we feel about that?
First of all,
Mhm.
is he a social media person? That's what she should look into.
Mhm.
Because if he's not, why should he affect you?
Right. But I mean, he was social media enough to be engaged with other women because she said he was entertaining other women, like
In his DMs.
in his DMs.
But
correct.
DMs are different from like when you put up a picture on Instagram or
You know what's
social
funny?
media.
I don't think so. I feel like if you are on social media and you are entertaining DMs, then you are on social media.
Wait. Can I say something? Saying that DM is different is just saying that when someone cheats on you in a hotel room and in a bathroom, that because it's a hotel room, it's more tolerable than the
No.
bathroom. That
Okay, let
cheating
me
is not
explain
cheating.
Yeah, please explain because
That's a DM okay thing.
Yes.
And okay, go ahead. I probably don't understand. Like I said, I'm old fashioned. So you kids need to break this down.
Okay.
Go ahead.
For example, where ladies slide into guys' DMs.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's that situation?
You need to explain further because to me, I'm
Okay.
still thinking.
For
if
example,
you have
right?
Uh-huh.
On TikTok, I don't post a lot, right?
Okay.
But I watch everything on TikTok,
Right.
you know?
Mhm.
So I feed, like, I watch everything on TikTok,
Mhm.
but I don't really post like that. But people, message me and be like, hey, I see your comments, I see your posts and all those stuff.
People are messaging you on TikTok about your comments.
That's
No, like liking hearts and
Oh, okay.
that's
different.
no. Okay. Let me explain something. There's a difference between you sliding into someone's DM to do something weird.
Mm-hmm.
You can I get a message in my DM. Oh, Mama Chido, nice topic. Mama Chido, you did a good job. But if you slide in my DM and go, oh, Mama Chido, you look so beautiful, can I take you out? And then I go, ooh, when are we going? That's what we're talking about. So she's here complaining, lady sliding in his DM, saying things that are nasty, and him condoning them.
Correct.
Not
Okay,
going,
he's
oh,
condoning
no,
the
I
whole
have
thing.
some. Yes, it's not. That's the DM thing that we're talking
Because
about.
you can have 2 pictures on your profile, but if your DMs are flooded, and on top of that, you with every comment that's happening,
Oh no, you shouldn't turn.
that's now you're active on social media.
You
Whether or
shouldn't
not you're
tolerate
posting, that's even honestly worse to me because you're giving this idea that you're not active by only having 1 or 2 pictures, but really you're very active behind closed doors where people cannot see it.
Yes.
That's sneaky. That's very sneaky. And so for him to sit here and now be mad and be like, oh, well, why are you? The only thing I will say in this situation, right? She has slid back, right? And is now not projecting him the same way that she was. And to me personally, I feel like if you got to do all that, you should just leave. You should really just call it quits on the situation because if you can't love somebody out loud the way that you were doing before and be comfortable in it, why are we even here? Like, you can say, oh, I wanted to forgive him and, we came back and all this stuff. But if that person is now making you act like a different version of yourself in order for you to feel comfortable in that situation, why do you want to be with them so bad? What are we really fighting for?
Well, it depends though. If the DM thing, the online thing is the only problem they have, then they can just take a break, step back, move away from the online thing, social media, and try to fix their relationship. If that's the only problem they have, then she can go ahead and go, hey, you know what? Let's move away from social media and see if we can fix this. But if they have other problems, then they can go ahead and bring it to the online in-laws and we can fix it.
Let us weigh in.
Yes, let us weigh in because right now they're just having some sneaking thing in the DMs and come on, girl, just come out and say what the problem is. And with the online in-laws are willing to give you a very free and cheap advice.
She did mention that they had taken a hiatus from social media, but then, they ended up coming back anyway. So it's like, again, I don't know what the real issue in your relationship is, but I feel like social media is just a small window of a bigger issue, right? Like social media allows everybody to see what's going on. But if this is the small things that you guys can agree upon here, what are we really talking about at the end of the day? Like,
when people go, oh, I have a problem in my relationship, because of social media. I don't think so. You have other issues to deal with. So just leave social media. If social media is your problem, just go ahead and log off and go fix your problem. But if you go, oh, social media did me this, social media, you're not ready. And when people go, oh, because of social media, I'm this person, you are already that person, you're predisposed to be that person. Social media just probably enhance some bad habits that you have. So
Correct.
stop blaming social media.
Yes, I agree. I think social media just enhanced bad habits that you have, because
Correct.
if you were allowing these people to slide into your DMs and kiki and whatever with them in this moment, if you entered the public space, you would also exhibit these same behaviors. You would still do this same stuff. Like, if I think a lot of people feel like, oh, well, bless you. I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, well, I don't really go out in public that often. I don't party. I'm more of a homebody. But then you have social media, which invites the party to your home, right? You don't have to leave your home. You get to stay home and be yourself and seclude yourself, but then people still have access to you in a way that they have never had before. So that tells me that if you did leave your home, if you were a person who was out in the streets, you would be very out in the streets. You would be somebody that would flirt, you would entertain, you like attention, you just don't leave your home. And I don't want those two things to be confused and be like, I'm an introvert. I feel like we're misusing the word introvert these days.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's
what's
true.
let's go ahead.
In conclusion, I don't think she's a bad person for, for choosing to withdraw this level of, of affection. But I also question, why are we even in this relationship
I
still?
think she should leave.
I think,
I think she should leave.
honestly, I also think if your boyfriend's gonna cheat on you, girl, then your husband's gonna cheat on you. That man is not going to change just because the ring has been added. If a boyfriend is cheating, that would be a cheating husband. So what are you actually staying to build at this point, when you've seen what actually kind of needs to be seen?
It's not the title that cheats, it's the person.
It's
The title, the boyfriend, the husband, it doesn't matter, is the same person. So title is not where the cheating comes from, is the person.
the person.
So don't be fooled. Oh, he's my boyfriend, or she's my girlfriend. When we get married, things are gonna change. No. So bear that in mind. Title changes, the person doesn't change.
Exactly.
Same person,
Same
different
person,
title.
same person, different title.
Yes.
Right. So now, this is. Thank you guys for for discussing this with me, because I feel like social media in this age is such an interesting topic that we are in, because this is also, we've never been here before as a society.
And someone said, we're going to chime up that people, they had been cheating before social media.
Correct.
So now blaming social media on every cheating. I mean, people you can go to a restaurant and cheat with anyone there. It's not social media. You can be in your office and cheat with people. So when people go, oh, social media did this, I mean, it's not social media.
Workplace cheating is really the most common.
So,
people are cheating in the workplace. Yes.
Giving their work wives,
The common. Woo, that's a whole different topic for another day. But yes, your work wives and your work husbands, that's outside of social media. You don't have to even enter anybody's DMs for that. You just gotta enter their cubicle.
Does social media make cheating easier?
I think it gives you more access. I think it gives you access to people that you would not have had the access to otherwise. I am seeing people that I have never seen, would never see, because again, you have people who are like, oh, I don't leave my home. You would never see me if you never left your home. But because I am now in the comments of your homeboy or your homegirl's thing, now you want to go to my page. Now you want to enter my DMs and be like, oh, I thought she was so cute. That's access that you should have never been able to talk to me, to be honest. You should have never been able to even see me. But because social media has now connected people in such a way that you don't have to be physically in the same space, that's access.
I think social media kind of adds the emotional part of the cheating,
Mm-hmm.
not the physical, the emotional part, which is probably the worst kind of cheating.
Yeah.
Because when you're emotionally invested in someone else other than your spouse, oh man, that's a killer. That's the part that social media kind of helps with, not the physical part, but the emotional part of cheating. That's a topic for another day.
That's a topic for another day.
Yes.
I want to smash like this with one of those little jazz. Okay. So we are going to go into our next segment, which is audience questions. So if you have a question for us in terms of this conversation, or if you just want to add something to this conversation, now is the time. You can enter the comment section, type your comments in the comment section, and we will start responding to audience participation at this point. If you see anything that has already engaged you, let me know. I think this is the time for that. Let's see. I'm going to go through the comments a little bit, see if there's anything here. And there was a question I saw earlier that I cannot locate now. Did anybody else have access to it?
Which one?
What was it about? I saw just someone saying social media makes cheating easier, and says, is cheating enough reason to leave a marriage?
Ooh, okay. I'm going to sit this one out because I am not a married girl, right? In my mind, everything is enough reason to leave a marriage. I'm leaving a marriage if the dishes are dirty, right? So don't ask me these personal questions. I'm leaving over small inconvenience. So I think I'm going to defer this to the actual married people.
Well, I'll just go ahead. You, the younger one, go ahead and tell me what you feel, because I know, like I said, millennials and Gen Zs are like, oh, if you do nonsense, I leave. So I'll leave this to you to go ahead. Go ahead. Jetting Gold.
Look, I'll be crying and leaving. That's all I have to say.
You be what?
I'll be crying and leaving.
Crying and leaving?
Crying and leaving. Really?
But
okay.
At the same time, like true talk, I would have to take some time off from both of us, see whether we can work this out, or I'll leave.
Okay, don't forget, sorry. There's another question
yes.
So you can address that.
The
mail part. Okay,
yeah.
So let me chime in on this. When you see, the thing is, it's easier said than done.
True.
Sometimes when you have vested so much on your marriage, I'm not condemning cheating. However, when you get married, there are some things that you have, they call deal breaker or things. Some women will tell you, hey, if my husband cheats, I'm out. Or some men will say, once my wife cheats, I'm out. It's probably a deal breaker for them. Some will go, oh, if they cheat, as long as they don't bring the person to the house, I will not be there. So I will be there. And you see, the thing is, this is on an individuality basis. If I can sit here and go, I have been married for almost 39 years. I can go, if my husband cheats tomorrow, I'm out. I'll probably be lying to myself because I have so much invested or so much vested on this marriage. I'll probably have to explore and look at some things and go, if I live because of this person, the only time you actually go, look, regardless, I'm going to leave, is if the cheating partner has physically, emotionally, and mentally checked out of the marriage. Now listen to me. If they have physically, emotionally, and mentally checked out, there is no way you can fight a person that has already checked out from a marriage.
True.
That's fair.
Because if they come back and go, look, I'm leaving, and there's nothing you can do, you beg, they're leaving. You cry, they're leaving. This is the person cheating, the cheater, not the person they're cheating on. So now you, the person that they're cheating on, you don't even have the thing to go, oh, do I forgive or not? What are you forgiving? The person is already gone. They're not there for you. But sometimes, if it's something that both of you can address, and you, the person that's being cheated on, can really learn to forgive. I'm not saying forget. They're two different things. Both start with F, they're different things. Then you can go, okay, let's work on this. If the marriage is salvageable, if both parties have, but if one person has already checked out, the best thing is for you to go, because you'll be living in the house as two strangers. I hope that answers your question. It's different for each person.
Actually, I do want to weigh on this now, because now that you guys have said your piece, now that I consider it, I'm a firm believer in cheating back. So I understand that there is a forgiveness and never forget, right? Never forget is really the motto. But I feel like if we are going to be in this situation and you have said, okay, I've cheated and I want to stay here, and this is really, I would like to get my opportunity to also cheat, just so the playing field can be a little level, so that we know we're really starting from scratch, from square one, right? Because I feel like when I entered this relationship, when I entered this marriage, there was also things that I gave up coming into this, right? If we are now allowing ourselves to indulge in the things that we gave up, let me indulge one small time, and then we can come back, sit at the table, and say, okay, let's really work towards getting this situation back on track. But to stay and just be like, oh, in my heart of hearts, I just want to be the bigger person. I'm not the bigger person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a bigger person. Is not really my personality.
That's exactly your Gen Z and millennial speaking. So,
But
can I check? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
if you're cheating back, are you not going to do it in pain? It's like double pain.
Who's paying? Me. I'm not me. I'm rectifying one pain to do it.
Because are you doing it to pain the guy? You're
Well,
actually hurting yourself.
You know what's funny? I don't necessarily think I would be doing it to pain him, right? It kind of came back to what I said. I feel like once I entered this relationship, there were things that I was willing to give up to be in this relationship, right? If we have now come to the conclusion, or one of us has come to the conclusion that for that moment they were not willing to give up that thing and they allowed themselves to indulge, I would like my indulgence free pass as well, so that we can, like, it's not necessarily to get back at you. It's to say, okay, I have acknowledged that we need to work. We are choosing each other, but I would like my 1 day pass to remember what was on the outside before I came here, right? Because who knows? Maybe that whole experience could make me even come back and be like, "Whoa, the outside streets are trash. There is nothing but garbage out there. I'm really glad we have each other." But let me have my one moment of seeing what's on the outside world, so I can really make a full-hearted decision when I decide to stay in this situation as well. Not just, oh, I want to be the bigger person, so I'm staying.
Okay, let me chime in. Chime in on that. Now, the key thing here is you've been cheated on. Will you stay in the marriage? Because someone cheated on you, correct?
Yes.
Now you ask yourself the question. And I always like using synopsis, examples. If someone comes into your house or someone steals from you, would you go, because you steal from me, you stole the most something possession, I'm going to steal back so that would be equal. Now, if you're predisposed to be a thief, then you can do that. But if you're not predisposed to be a thief, you're not going to go out steal from me because you stole from me. That applies to this. And let me tell you how it applies. If your spouse cheats on you and you go, oh, this person cheats on me, hurts me. The fact that you were not predisposed to be a cheater, the revenge thing will not even come because you have pride in you. Yeah. You know that cheating is a thing of pride. When you get married, you see, when I say I'm not going to cheat, it's not because of you. It's because of the pride and respect that I have for myself. That's the way you look at it. But when we start looking at it like, oh, you do one, I do one, then that becomes that question of, you come to my house and steal, me, I will narrow you to and come to your house and steal. So you have to sit back and go, look, I'm not going to do this because you do this, because I have respect for me. If I want to do it the right way, I go, look, I'll probably look, because you did this to me, I'll leave the marriage, I'll exit, and then go and look for somebody else that will, fit me. That's just my way of looking at it. But like you said, an eye for an eye, tooth for tat, millennial, Gen Z, fire. I understand.
But it's not necessarily tit for tat. It's just, for me, it's like, I'm not trying to hurt you per se. I just understand from a personal perspective, I also gave up stuff to be in this relationship. I want my little bit of that little taste of what the outside world had to offer before I decided to be in here again, right? That is my thing. I don't necessarily want to hurt you. And because I don't even necessarily think that if somebody cheated on me, they were trying to hurt me. You just were looking for that bit of outside thing that you felt like, oh, let me taste the outside world small and see what the outside world had to offer from what I have here. Me too, I want sample. No,
but for me, at that point, when you think towards that area, I think you should just leave.
Yeah.
I think you should just leave.
But what if I taste the outside now?
No. Okay,
what if you taste the outside and you stick to the outside?
Well, then, yeah, not leaving, right? But now I've tasted it.
Don't leave and then go taste it. I don't think like leave no. But if you're doing this because someone cheated on you, like I said, you're already predisposed to go, hey, I feel like testing the outside world. You're just using this as an excuse to go, oh,
everybody has gotten their hall pass. Let me get my own hall pass, please. Not every time we're all high ground.
Like the next time, you know how you test outside, you're like, oh, I can still have access to still be testing outside. So you would never cut off that character.
That's fun. I that has not actually been my personality. Like granted, I'm only speaking for myself, right? I can taste something and be like, that was nice, and then be like, that was nice taste, right? And come back. I don't necessarily, because I understand and I have lived long enough to know outside has nothing that I actually want. To be truthfully honest, the streets are littered with garbage, right? I just sometimes you see one little snack outside and you're like, just let me just small pinch.
Oh my God.
And I just think small,
The
just small pinch.
Okay, so the cheating is not the reason why. You're just using the cheating as an excuse to go take the small pinch. Okay, see? Then both of you are cheaters.
Yes, exactly.
Both of you are cheaters.
Both of us are cheaters,
Okay.
but I had the sense to not do it first. And that's really what it
See?
comes down
Oh
to.
my gosh, that means you have to hold it on him to be like, oh, you cheated first.
Yes.
What if you cheated first?
I wouldn't. Pride would not allow. Like, because I can't be a loser.
So you see, it doesn't make sense.
That goes back to the predisposition. You're predisposed to be a cheater.
Like,
So he's just helping you.
exactly. It's in my heart, but I have chosen
Oh,
to do better, and that is really what's important.
So in your case, you're probably the first cheater.
Everybody had cheating hats coming into this situation. It's just about who acted on it first, right? And I feel like because you acted on it first, I get to act on it last, and that's really where we're going with it.
Okay,
Now you're
please.
keeping
People, wait. No. Well, you like we said, you just have to listen and just grab what you have to grab and form your opinion and see how you address it if it happens to you.
Right. Everybody is different. That's, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we have one more question. Somebody asked, how often will you guys be doing this show? Will it ever be male guests to give perspective on male thoughts? The answer is no. No, I'm joking. You know what? I think that actually would be really good. I think having a male perspective would be great from time to time. So I am fully open to inviting somebody to, be that male perspective, and then also provide their outlook on things, right? Because even in the comments, I'm seeing people be like, it's tit for tat, but that's a lot of men saying that too, right? A lot of men feel like it's tit for tat because you already did the tit, right? So here we are.
I'm not a man. I said it too.
You know what? Because your own perspective is
Yes.
different. Your own perspective was moral high ground. Me, my morals are low. Moral low ground is me. So, somebody said, "Boo, men too chatty online already." I agree. Men do be too chatty online. Okay, we don't need to be having no more podcast mics for the men. But I am open to hearing other perspectives and having an open dialogue.
Well, what if? You see, when we say cheating, we did not specifically say the man. We said in a relationship, if your spouse cheats on you. So I don't see why people should take this person and go, oh man, I've seen women that cheat too on their spouse. Yeah. So, but we're just saying, look, the fact that someone cheated because somebody cheated on you or cheats on you, please do not go, I'm going to cheat back because, well, the society said that she's going to cheat back. Because if it's not you, if it's not who you are, look for a way to see if it's amenable, if it's something you can take. Because, like, remember what I said, there is a difference between I'm going to forgive you and I'm going to forget. No, you can forgive. Don't forget, because guess what? Once you forget, the person will think, oh, I'll do it again. Correct. So you forgive, have this spirit of forgiveness and go, I've forgiven you. However, keep that room open to where you go once in a while. If they're backtracking or this, you go, remember? So that way you keep them on their toes. They will not do it again. But if you forgive and forget, they take you for granted and do it again.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree. Like, honestly, again, the petty in my heart, I'm gonna post the DMs all over the wall, keep them in frames, like, remember when you said a key to this lady? Remember when you sent her hard eyes and you liked her comments? That's what I'm gonna.
That's the question. Sorry. There's a question online. Someone said, how do we feel about women in relationships having male best friends?
Ooh.
Okay. Wait. Let's not. How do we feel with people in relationship having opposite sex best friends? Why not put it that way so the women will not go, oh, the male are too vocal
this is
here.
Why men don't need mics, because they ask in gender questions.
No. Now, see, the key thing, I'll just leave this. Let me leave this to the youngins
Mhm.
to address first before I chime in. Go ahead. What
Okay.
do you think?
I have actually been in relationships with men who have had female best friends and just women best friends. And to be honest, I feel like it depends on the dynamic of their friendship, right? I need there to still be a certain level of respect when it comes to that, because I don't want there to ever be a confusion that me as your partner are competing with somebody as your best friend. That is not what we're coming here to do. Like, this is not for me to be like, oh, I'm trying to be on the phone with you, but then your best friend calls and you got to hang up on me and be like, oh, she needs me more. Who said that? How do we determine that, right? Why is there an order of priority? I'm not opposed to have people having best friends or of the opposite gender, but I still think there needs to be a level of respect when we have this relationship, right? There should never be a time where your best friend should feel like she could come to me and be like, I know something you don't. Like, that's too much for me, right? That's now where we've crossed the line in our relationship, because that lady doesn't necessarily owe me anything, but you as my significant other owe me something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think having a male best friend is not wrong, because sometimes there might be some questions you cannot ask like your partner. You want to like have a different view without being judged by your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, maybe your partner did something so silly like spilling the water on the table and you're mad at it. You want to get like a better understanding, like, why is he reacting like this? Why is he acting out like this? Like, everybody's different. I'm not saying have a male best friend and be doing secrets. Please don't be doing secrets. Oh, the light I did? Okay. Oh, wow. That escalated quickly.
No, it said it kind of stopped immediately. So
Yeah.
my bad.
So,
But what were we saying?
having a male best friend and a female best friend.
Yes.
So I do think that both parties should know each other's best friend, because, to know who to talk to, like your boyfriend should know your male best friend, and your girlfriend should know your male best friend, if I said it right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there are things you would want to like have a perspective on from your male or female best friend, as opposed to really talking to your partner. I'm not saying don't talk to your partner,
Mm-hmm.
but just to have an idea of how you should, have an intake on things that happen, but not everything you should go to your male best friend to talk about.
Right. So there needs to be a boundary. Again, it's about boundaries.
Okay. I think that question, I hope that the person that asked the question is still around. When the question about best friend, male, female best friend, regardless of your wife having a male best friend or you, the husband, having a female best friend. When you are in a relationship, mostly a marriage, you'll be very careful, very worried about who you label your best friend. First, the word best friend should apply to your spouse. And when you mean best, this is your gossip partner, your everything partner. And I can understand that sometimes you feel like talking to somebody else. Pick another friend so that you can, once in a while, you're human. You can go ahead, but don't tell the person everything about your marriage, though.
Correct.
So when you have a male best friend and you go tell your male best friend about your husband, that male best friend has another best friend. And before you know it, your husband will be,
I guess
no, just ridicule. He'd be ridiculed by people. And because when you tell your best friend, they're like, oh my God, look at her. And tomorrow, if they see both of you together, that best friend, male best friend, will be going, this is the guy that doesn't treat my friend very well, So please, be very careful about this title of something best friend. Be very mindful about what you tell your friends, your best friends, about your marriage, about your spouse, please.
Mm-hmm.
So
forget
the best friend thing, please. Yeah.
Basically, she said, cut the best friend nonsense out. You don't need none of that. I'm your best friend. Okay. The person in your bed is your best friend.
And don't tell any man anything about your husband. Men don't tell any woman anything about your wife. It's not, come on. What do you expect them to say? They won't have respect for your wife anymore.
Ooh,
That's
somebody
true.
brought up your best friend has their own best friend too.
Mhm.
So
That's-
it's never a one way road for the information.
it's true.
It's a telephone. It's,
Yeah.
Yes,
The
that
best
is
friend has a best friend. So please be careful. Be very mindful about, you
That's
know,
true.
yes.
who you call your best friend. Your spouse should be your best friend.
Okay. So we've gotten to the last segment of the show. It is When I Grow Up. Basically, we're just here to tell our younger selves something that we wish we had known before we got to this age. And it is so hard to even, and my mom tells me stuff all the time, but in my mind, I'm like, you don't know, you never been this age before, even though that's exactly how age works. Everybody has been some age before. So in this moment, I'm going to let's start from the beginning. Jevin, what did you wish that you knew even about online dating in general at this age that you know now?
Something about online dating. I don't like online dating. I don't like online dating. I'd rather meet the person face to face,
Mhm.
or maybe like just face to face is the thing for me.
Mhm.
I don't like all this online dating because everybody pretends online. I don't like to pretend. So I rather you talk to me face to face so I can read what is on your face and judge you, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't like online dating. People have different perspective, but that's for me.
Yes. Okay.
Then growing up, the advice I would give myself is to be patient around things that happen in your lives, you know, and pray about it and pray more about it, you know. That's the advice I give myself.
Okay. Mama?
Yeah, well, online, the way I look at online dating, you look at online dating, like you see, when you look at technology, when you look at life, things change. Life is evolving. Dating used to be, or marriage used to be, you see somebody from your same village. You get married, your parents know each other. You started from there. Then it moved away from, oh, okay, people from the same state. And people are, no, that state, you can marry from somebody else's state, but now they're married. And then people from the same country. So the larger the world, now because of technology and everything, there's nothing wrong with online dating as long as you two get to, after you meet online, get to see each other, see if you're compatible. And then you can just, first of all, I've seen people that met online, got married, and they live happily ever after.
That's true.
Yes. So the key thing is there's nothing wrong with it. But once you meet each other, try to see, are you compatible? Treat online dating like you treated, like in my generation, my father's or mother's generation, how they treated meeting somebody, some village girl that went down to the stream to fetch water. That's the way I look at online dating. So that you get to know each other, go out once in a while, get to know the other person and see if you're compatible, and then go from there.
Okay. Something that I knew growing up that I know now, right, just from more life experience, especially in terms of online dating, I feel like there are so many signs and tells for when somebody is not serious. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, y'all. Again, first episode, we're working out the kinks and the bugs. I'm still figuring things out here, but we're doing our best. When it comes to online dating, I would like to tell myself that there are signs and tells that somebody is just not serious, right? And if people are offering you like coffee dates and just trying to get to know you in the bare minimum way, that is a really big indicator of what's to come, right? And I don't want, and I feel like to anybody out there listening to that, what somebody is willing to give you in the beginning is really an indication of how they will continue to treat you as things go. So, to myself, to anybody who is in this online dating era field, be mindful of the crumbs that people are trying to lead you with in the very beginning. Like, yes, you can meet the love of your life online, but make sure that person still has the same amount of respect and approach that they would have if they were to meet you in person. Because if I met somebody in person and they said, let's go out for coffee, Carmen Coffee that I would go to Starbucks drive-through for, you wanted to tell me to leave my home, put on an outfit, put on makeup to come and meet you for Carmen Starbucks. I'm not doing it, right? Like, we're not doing that. That's not how life is. I wouldn't even meet you at a coffee shop today and continue a date from there. So that is something that I will say. online dating can be something special and you can meet people, absolutely. But be mindful of the people that you're meeting and be mindful of how they're approaching you. Okay, well, that wraps up our first episode.
Yes.
Yes. I'm so happy. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you for everybody who was commenting, who was, giving feedback, asked us questions. We appreciate all of you. Our next episode is going to be, coffee is how people talk and keep it platonic. Exactly. So he said first date she want to go to Ruth Chris. I don't want to go to Ruth Chris on the first date. I'm just saying, okay? Like there are better places than a coffee shop. Platonic is for somebody that you're not trying to talk to. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anywho, thank you all for coming and engaging with us. These comments will have me so distracted. I'm going to be here like, what's going on? Yes, I appreciate Mama Chidev and Jevin Gold for joining us here today. We appreciate you guys all for watching with us and just, taking the time out of your day, whether it was an hour or whatever, however long you were here. We super appreciate it. Please follow us. You can see our full videos on YouTube at No Pretense Live. It's the same as our Instagram handle. We're YouTube and Instagram. Everything is the same. Please follow us on the No Pretense Live page so that you can be tuned into future episodes. We will be doing this twice a month. Okay, so twice a month you will see us here. Our next show is going to be May 17th, 12:30, because we want everybody to be able to tune in. We feel like, get your midday, get your afternoon started off, your weekend started off with some funny, some laughs, and, thank you everybody for showing up.
Thank
you. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.
Will this be a podcast too? That's an excellent question. We will figure out how to distribute this as a podcast too, because we're recording. The audio is out there. So we can definitely upload it to whatever the cloud needs. Because yes, this needs to be able to listen to the car. This is the funny moment. You guys will have access, I promise.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.